Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Melina, formerly fat, currently fed up, and today we are checking out Miss Danie. If you watched my video on Tuesday, it was a compilation of what I eat in a day as a fat person, not necessarily trying to lose weight. And one of her videos was in there, and I've gotten many requests for me to react to her specifically. That is what I'm doing. I went on TikTok earlier, and yes, I'm starting to post on TikTok more. So if you would like to see more content from me, follow me over there. And on Instagram, I'm very active on Instagram. But I went on our TikTok app and she blocked me. She blocked me as of yesterday or the day before yesterday, whatever day I posted the video. And what I'm assuming is, this is purely speculative, is that someone showed her my video, and in the video I asked, let me know if you want me to talk more about her. I do say that about basically everyone in the video. Let me know if you want me to do their video specifically, but yeah, she blocked me, so I just made a new account. I will preface this by saying, Danie, if you are watching this, you probably are not. This video is not meant to be mean or to make fun of her or to talk badly about her or dog on her. None of that. Do not go to her channel or her TikTok and leave disparaging, mean comments. That is not what this is for. This video is to react to the food that she eats and that she posts online. Anything that you post online, you have to be okay with it being criticized because it's public information. If you don't want people to talk about and comment on the food that you are eating, you do not post it online. If I don't want people to talk about the food that I'm eating, I simply would not post it online. This is why certain topics I do not talk about and will never talk about, such as my relationship. I don't need people speculating on my relationship. My relationship is sacred and very valuable to me, and that is something I keep to myself. So I do not post about it. I think Danie is very interesting because she doesn't really seem to ever be on an actual weight loss journey. However, the things that she posts, she does want to lose weight, which I understand. She is 6 foot tall and weighs close to 300 pounds. One of the videos she said she weighs over 290, so I will simply assume that that is 300 pounds. And she talks a lot about locking in. I'm gonna lock in. This is my last hurrah. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in. And she never locks in. And that is the most common gripe that her followers have with her. It's like, Danie, girl, we can't keep supporting you doing this. Like, you keep saying you're gonna lock in, but you never do. And again, it's not meant to make fun of or be mean or anything like that. It's simply to find other alternatives of the food she can be eating, talk about what's good, talk about what's bad, talk about what you guys can be doing instead, because I know the vast majority of people who watch my content watch it for advice and tips and tricks, and it keeps them entertained while they're on the treadmill. And people who post things like this, it does motivate them to not eat like that. So that is why I am here. Before we jump into this video, my stickers and my magnets have been restocked, so please go ahead and check that out at my website, honeybisonYT. And if you are someone who is looking for a community of like-minded people who are ready to make a change, ready to stay consistent, to build discipline, to have people to talk to and to vent to, if you want to post your workouts, if you want to post your meals, ask questions about macros or just general chit-chat, check out my habit tracker. With my habit tracker, you do get access to my Discord, which is a lifetime access. My PDF version is $9.99, and then Amazon's is, I believe, $13.99. And a bunch of people ask me, like, why is the PDF $79? On Shopify, sometimes it'll auto put your location to, I believe, Hong Kong, and it updates the price to those dollars. So make sure in the top right corner, I'll put a screen grab here. In the top right corner, you change it to wherever you are local to, and it will update the price. I would never charge $79 for a habit tracker. That is goofy. All right, we are going to jump right into this now.
Editing Melina here. My phone did not record 40 minutes of my screen recording. Pain! I'm going to manually insert the clips as best as I can. As always, all chewing noises will be edited out. From one misophonia girly to the next, I got you. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Let's go!
I will be scrolling down to the beginning of her account on TikTok. However, I did come across one post that I need to talk about because I need people to stop falling for this crap.
I eat in a day, but how I track my food. I've been tracking everything through an app called Goldie AI because all I have to do is scan my food. For breakfast, I had my Alani New, which I always have. And then for lunch, I had some rosemary chicken, some green beans, and some sweet potatoes. It gave me an A. And it always tells you how satisfied you're going to be. And if there's any tips, like here's my protein bar, I got a C. And you can even upload your pictures. I had McDonald's, it gave me an F, and I could just upload my picture straight into the app and it works the same. Love it.
Please do not ever use these stupid ass AI calorie tracking apps. I cannot stand these apps, and I cannot stand sellout fitness and health creators. Not necessarily her, because she's not in, like, people are not going to her for fitness and health advice. People are not going to her asking her how to lose weight because she has done it. Not a shade on her. I'm speaking about people like me. If I was to take a partnership like this, which I will get into this in just a second, I would expect you guys to
slap me across the face,
because this is so slimy and snake oily in a way. Because please just take a second. Stay with me. I cook a meal. I make my breakfast. I'm making scrambled eggs, toast, and a chicken sausage. I'm scrambling my eggs, and I really like my eggs to be buttery. I love me some buttery eggs, delicious. So what do? I put two or three tablespoons in my buttery eggs, because again, I love buttery eggs. I put my meal together. Oh, I also need some butter on my toast. Put my butter on my toast. All right, I'm gonna take this app and I'm gonna have it scan it. How the F is this app supposed to know how many tablespoons of butter I put in there, or how many tablespoons of olive oil I'm cooking, how much spray olive oil I'm cooking? It doesn't. It is taking an educated guess based off of what it sees. And some people may say, well, it's a good ballpark. Fine. If you want to work in ballparks, that is okay. However, do not expect to see results, whether that's fat loss or muscle gain. If you do not know what you are eating, how do you expect to see results? And that's why this app bothers me so much, because it presents itself as an app that helps people lose body fat. Oh yeah, I can just tell you how many calories in that based off the picture. No, you can't. No, you can't. You just simply cannot. So when fitness influencers and people who talk about weight loss take partnerships for this, aka they're being paid thousands of dollars to talk about this app and to get people to sign up, it's so frustrating, because these people know what it takes to lose body fat. They know you need to track to the gram if you want to lose body fat. And they know you can't do that by taking a picture of food. So it is very sleazy. It is very sellout-y. And if you see any of your favorite creators talking about these types of apps, write them off. Write them off. I get these apps in my email every single day. You want to work together? You want to work together? No. No, I don't want to work together. Why would I give that to my audience? Why would I do that? Temu reached out to me offering $2,000 per month for a partnership. $2,000 per month. What the hell do I look like shilling plastic crap from China? No, get out of here. I don't want it. That's what I wanted to talk about with this one really quickly. Don't use the apps. Now, if this app has a normal function where you can scan the barcode and type in what you weigh, like what you're weighing out, totally fine. Great, not a problem. Just don't use the actual AI function of it. Okay, let's start with her life update. Gained weight doing 75 hard. So this is January of this year.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to update everybody on what's been going on. Gained like 16 pounds back. I am doing the 75 hard because I'm tired of just going in circles, and I really do want to reach my goals this year. I am doing it a little bit different, so I'm doing like a calorie deficit, max 1,800 calories. I'm still doing everything else the same, 2 45-minute workouts, no alcohol, all that good jazz. And I have my first book, which is Atomic Habits. I feel like it'd be fitting. I am hoping to get to 220 by the end of this year. I have like reading book goals. I want to do a 5K and a 10K. I'm still running. I just kind of had to get off the app for a little bit and kind of figure everything out, because obviously I was eating well and just gaining weight rapidly, and I was just dealing with a lot of work stress. So I'm feeling much better and ready to get back on track. So if you guys would like to stay and see my journey, or you've been here with my journey, thank you for being here. Oh, and if you want to see my before pictures for the 75 hard that humbled me, I will put them right after this clip.
My very first thoughts watching this is I feel very sad for her. And I'm not saying that in a patronizing way at all. You can tell she's tired, she's exhausted. She said she gained 16 pounds back. She's been running in circles. These are all words and tropes of people who have just tried to lose weight over and over and over and over again, and they simply just cannot do it. What is concerning about this, and I mean, it kind of proves my point because she still hasn't lost weight since January, is if you want to do 75 hard, that's great. I admire wanting to do something like that. However, if you are someone who's doing it purely to lose weight, I don't think that is a good idea. I think 75 hard is reserved for, I'm not saying reserved as in like you can't do it, but I think it is more reserved for people who already have a baseline discipline and people who aren't trying to do a complete revamp on their life. And the reason why I say this is because when you are someone like her who is big and you just can't grasp fat loss, there's a reason why people constantly gain the weight back after losing it. It's because they're not making a lifestyle change. They're not learning actual tools and habits on how to lose the body fat and keep it off. So when you are someone who is wanting to lose weight and then you tackle on something like 75 hard, which yes, it is hard. It is difficult. What is it? You follow a diet. You cannot stray from the diet. You have to do 2 exercises a day, 45 minutes minimum. 1 has to be outside. Read 10 minutes a day. Take a progress photo every single day. And then I think, and no alcohol. I'm pretty sure those are the core values, which inherently aren't necessarily like hard or difficult. However, if you are someone who is not used to this type of lifestyle, this is going to be extremely hard for you. And if you slip up, you have to go back to day 1. If you are trying to lose weight, if you ask anyone who has lost weight and kept it off, you need to pick one thing, focus on that, lock that in, and then move on to the next one. So it could be going for a 10-minute walk every single day for 1 week. Yeah, that's not a lot. Yeah, but if you're doing 0 minutes every single day for a week, 10 minutes a day is doing something. It is making progress. Or if you eat fast food every single day, 7 days a week, cutting it down to 5 days a week. Oh, that's not really hard. Yeah, but you're still eating it 7 days a week. So taking 2 days away from the week is progress, and it is success. And what that does is it builds confidence within yourself. You told yourself, hey, I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk every single day this week. You go for a 10-minute walk every single day this week, boom, you have self-confidence. You did something that you told yourself you were going to do, which is something a lot of people struggle with. And this is why people, end up running in circles. Do I admire wanting to do 75 hard? Yes. Do I think it's smart for someone in her position? No. Also, she said her calorie deficit, did she say 1,600 or 1,800? That is abysmally low for her. Her BMR, so her basal metabolic rate, which is your coma calories, which means how many calories you would need if you were in a coma. If you laid in bed all day long, did absolutely nothing, that's how many calories your body needs to stay alive, because your body doing its bodily functions require energy. And I could almost guarantee you her BMR is going to be around 2,000 minimum. Okay. Yes, I have to record in my car most of the time because I am a full-time working girly this will be my intermission. I am chasing a life where I can do content creation full-time, and I would appreciate it if you like this video and subscribed so I can reach that goal sooner and not have to do these godforsaken car videos ever again. I know they can be frustrating, but I gotta do what I gotta do, my friends. It's either the motorcycle or the planes or the big trucks driving by. It's always something, but it's okay. We do what we gotta do around here. That's okay.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. That sounds so awful to say. Yes, I did gain weight, okay? I'm not one to lie to you guys. I had an Alani Nu, a slice of Little Caesars pizza, a little chicken chipotle bowl that's actually really good and from Aldi's. I then had 4 Jack in the Box.
I'm so curious. Is this day 1 of 75 hard and she's eating Little Caesars pizza?
Tacos that were absolutely not worth it at all. I regret it. My goal is to just stay in a calorie deficit. My calorie deficit is going to be 1,800 calories. So if it fits in there, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, let's calculate this really quick. Okay, so TDEE calculator. Female, I don't know how old she is. I'm just gonna put 30. It's really not relevant. Your metabolism stays the same from the ages of 20 to 60, and then after 60, it only drops off about 0.7% each year after that. So you really don't have to worry about your metabolism slowing down. What it's slowing down is you. You are statistically moving less and eating more. That's why you gain weight as you get older. It is not your metabolism, it is your habits. So she said over 290, so I'm going to assume that's 300. She's 6 foot and sedentary. So her BMR is 2,100 calories. Her TDEE, her total daily energy expenditure, is 2,631. So if we take 2,630 and we subtract, she said her calorie deficit is 1,800. That is an 830 calorie deficit. She realistically should not be eating less than 2,193 calories per day. And what's really nice about being this big, the silver lining of this, is you get to eat way more food in order to lose weight. And when you are losing weight, wouldn't you want to eat as much food as possible and still see results? Yes. So in her case, this is her being sedentary. So you can't be sedentary. I'm sorry. You need to move your body. It's good for your body. It's good for your digestion. It's good for your insulin resistance. It's good for your mental health. So let's say she's doing light exercise, which is completely possible. Like, it's not hard. Then that bumps her up to 3,000 calories. 3,000. And let's say she wants to do a little bit more aggressive deficit. So minus 650 calories. She can eat 2,350 calories per day and still lose more than a pound of body fat per week. If you can eat more food and lose weight, please do it, because what's going to happen is as you get smaller, your body gets smaller, which means your body requires less energy, which means your BMR, your TDE, is smaller. And when you are smaller trying to lose weight, it's hard. I am in a cut right now because, like I said, I'm doing a photo shoot early next year for a fitness photo shoot. And I'm trying to get peeled to the gills. And let me tell you, when you're trying to lose body fat and you're already lean, it's you have to be laser focused. Like that couple of sprays of olive oil where you're like, I don't know. No, you got to track that. It's fucking crazy.
Okay. Later on for dinner, I had a little lean cuisine spaghetti meal, and that was pretty much everything I ate. Excuse how I look in my hair. It's just been up all day just because.
And that is problematic also. And of course, I'm not blaming her for not knowing or whatever. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm here to teach you guys why this is not the way to do it. Sure, if it fits your macro, she's not even really doing. If it fits your macro, she's doing like, if it fits your calories, I guess, like just basic calories in, calories out. Yes, it does work. If she genuinely, honestly, and consistently stays at 1,800 calories every single day, she will lose weight, even if she was eating nothing but Twinkies. Yes, this is true. But, and it is a big but, typically what happens is people are going to be eating food like this. It's going to be junky foods, which is going to make you feel sluggish. It's going to make you crave more food. It's not going to fill you up, and it's not giving you the nutrition that you need. Your vitamins, your minerals, your antioxidants, all of that. Your macros are going to be all jacked up. She's not hitting what her protein goal should be, which means she's going to be hungrier more often. And then what happens? You hinge. You end up eating more food. All of a sudden, you ate yourself out of your deficit, possibly even more, because you've been, I'm not going to say starving, because you're not technically starving, but you have been severely under eating in calories and in your macro and micronutrients. So I don't suggest doing that.
Because I have been working out so much. And honestly, I just don't want to do it. But I hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve. I'm excited to start over.
Yeah, so, and it's New Year's, of course, go figure. Again, I'm not saying that to be mean to her, but people who need, and I talk about this a lot, there's a lot of different things that people say or do that make me know that they're not going to be successful with weight loss, and waiting until New Year's, waiting until the 1st, waiting until Monday to start is a huge sign, because if you genuinely want to change, you are going to change. It doesn't matter if it's the 4th of the month, it doesn't matter if it's a Wednesday. If you want to change, you will change. The first of the month does not matter. Monday does not matter. New Year's does not matter. Nothing is stopping you from changing right now. Even if you had a bad day, like the beginning of your day was bad, that does not mean you have to ruin the rest of your day. This all or nothing thinking needs to go. You need to stop it. It is not ruined. You have the opportunity to make a new change right now. At this very moment. I don't know what today is, whatever day you're watching this, it might be a year from now, but you can make a change right now. You can decide, you know what? I'm tired of this. Now I'm going to make a change. And then your next decision, make it better. You're already on the right path if that is what you do. My favorite foods from Aldi as a person who is trying to lose weight and doesn't like to cook. I wish we had an Aldi's out here. We do not. Panda Express at home, 530 calories for the whole bag. That's nice. How many grams of protein though? 14 grams of protein. What does that say? Per serving. How many servings are in there? 2 servings, it looks like. So 28 grams of protein, 530 calories, and 16 grams of sugar. I would give this a no. I'm sorry. Also, I understand if you don't like to cook, but there needs to come a point where, I'm not saying this to be mean, but you just need to grow up. Like, you need to grow up and start cooking your own food, because this types of food, it's just ultra processed crap. You can make this at home way better, and I think it is much more rewarding to make your own food. Don't come for me. I know that's a hot, controversial take, but I said what I said. And no, cooking does not have to take time. I am actually going to touch on this later on in the video about cooking. The vast majority of my meals take me less than 15 minutes to make. Easily. Sometimes even 10 minutes, if that. And I'm talking about actual food like salmon or chicken, turkey, things like that. 9 out of 10, we get Chipotle at home, okay? 360 calories, better bowl. Oh, they actually have these at Whole Foods. Yeah, this one's not bad. 27 grams of protein. That's not bad. They do not, I'll tell you what, they do not look like that inside of the bowl. 11 out of 10, better than the chicken. This one tastes like Chipotle for 360 calories, 28 grams. Yeah, this is a good brand. I've had this one, I didn't really like it. Guilt-free pizza and is delicious. 960 calories for the whole thing, only 480 for half. That's nice, but you're really not getting much protein in this either. Good amount is 180 and takes a bit to eat the whole bag. What is this? This is beef jerky, no added sugar. That's good. Yeah, I'd eat that. All right, go to the next one. This one was posted, I believe, 2 days after.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. I have been drinking a gallon of water every day. So I've been trying to drink a lot of water before I even drink an energy drink.
I noticed with a lot of these creators who do these videos, like the bigger ones, they are sick all the time. And it's really not, I mean, it's not surprising because being obese, it does compromise your immune system. But it's like in almost every single reaction that I do, one of them's like, I'm so sick.
But after that, of course, I had an Alani Nu. For lunch, I had this little rice bowl that literally tastes exactly like Chipotle from Aldi's. So good. Highly recommend. I'm literally gonna go buy 10 and stuff them in my freezer. That's how good they are. For dinner, I actually cooked some beef broccoli. It was super good. Also, I'm about to go back to Aldi's and buy 10 of these things.
He has Ohio
and
plates.
Stuff them in my freezer.
Sound.
And my goal is
Ohio.
really just to stay in my calorie deficit, which I currently have at 1,800. So after that, I ate a whole thing of Pringles, but you know, it fits, okay? What do you want from me? This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. This is day 3 out of 75 hard. I have definitely been getting sick. Of course, I had my Alani Nu, and then I had this thin sliced air dried steak. It's actually really good, and you get quite a bit of pieces for 180 calories. Then I had my little beef and broccoli rice. I got this bag from Aldi's, and it's only 530 calories for the entire bag. So good. I will probably be eating a lot of these, honestly. If you have not got this, please go to your Aldi's frozen section. Oh, and
I would not suggest doing that. I would suggest making this meal for yourself in a big batch and then meal prepping it out. It'll be cheaper also, by the way. It is never cheaper to buy convenience food like this rather than cooking it yourself, because when you're cooking it, you're able to get multiple meals from what you're cooking, not just one single bowl. Things that have been helping me stop overeating recently. Lots and lots of gum in different flavors. Most of the time I'm not even hungry, I just want to be chewing. Yeah, that is a good thing to note about yourself. A lot of the times it's just you want your hands to be doing something or your mouth to be doing something. For me, I love sparkling water, so I drink a lot of sparkling water. I'm not a huge fan of gum for no particular reason. I'm just not. Coloring has been very comforting, a nice distraction. Sometimes I do an actual coloring book. Sometimes I color. That's good. Drinking water. Before I was drinking less than 40 ounces a day. Holy crap. Drinking more water has made me feel less hungry. Yes, and oftentimes if you are craving foods or if you are in the mood to hinge, most of the time you are simply dehydrated. The very first thing you should do in the morning after opening your eyeballs is drink water. Drink a big glass of water. You will feel much better.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. This is day 4 out of 75 days hard. This was the worst day. I had a Chipotle bowl, and you know what? I ate in my bed all day long. I've been in the bed all day long. I've just been feeling awful. And I had some Swedish.
Yeah, if she wasn't sick and was doing that, that would be problematic. But if you're sick, I mean, who cares?
Meatballs, lean cuisine. Look, at this point, I actually put on clothes, so, you know, that's good. And then I ate one of the Prime Bites mini muffins. This one is the fudge one. This one's definitely better than the blueberry. Had some Cajun pasta with some bread.
Really not much, but she also is sick. So this is day 5 of 75 hard.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. And this is day 5 out of 75 days hard. I started off with this beef chomps, but this is like about 3 p.m. I really needed a snack because I thought I was gonna pass out. And then I had some pork.
See, and that's another thing to note. If you fail to plan, you might as well plan to fail. If you are waiting until 3 p.m. to eat, you are going to be ravenous and your inhibitions are going to be lowered. It's not like you were drinking alcohol. However, at least for me, I notice if I go super long without eating and then I finally get the opportunity to eat, my brain immediately goes to like, ooh, you know what sounds good? Chick-fil-A. Oh, you know what sounds good? Panda Express. And I'm like, hello? Like, bro, we don't do that over here. Occasionally, yes, but I'm not going to make my first meal of the day freaking Chick-fil-A. No, make yourself some real food. You're just talking like this because you are hungry. So you need to plan your meals out. You need to have things cooked and ready to go. Be responsible. Your health is your responsibility. So take some personal accountability. Take extreme ownership of your actions and the things that you do or do not do. Don't say you don't have time. Everyone has time. No, we don't have the same 24 hours. I just made a TikTok about this. We do not have the same 24 hours. There is a fitness influencer who is telling you that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Please immediately write them off and do not listen to anything else that they say after that. Because as an example, I am a child-free woman with a standard 9-to-5 job. I have so much free time to do whatever the hell I want in the hours of my weekend plus after work. That means I can focus on my health and wellness far more than, let's say, a woman with 3 kids and a working husband who's out of the house 12 hours per day, 6 days per week. Am I saying that that mom cannot focus on her health and become healthier? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it will be exponentially more harder. So if you're listening to these fitness influencers saying, we all have the same 24 hours, you're not crazy. No, we do not. But you can still focus on your health. You are not doomed if you are a mother and you don't have a lot of free time to focus on your health. That is simply not the case. You just have to be more strategic. The first thing I would do is look on your phone, go to your screen time, and see during what parts of the day you scroll on your phone for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to an hour. Those are the time blocks that you can use to go on a walk. You can do a home workout. You can use that time to build meals for the next day or the next few days. So yes, it is more difficult, but it is still ultimately your responsibility. You cannot wait until you have more free time or the kids are grown to become healthy, because you need to make changes when things are difficult, because life will always be difficult. And if you're constantly waiting for it to not be difficult, you unfortunately just won't make the changes at all. So you can do it. It is harder, but you absolutely can do it. However, it's not you lacking time. It is you lacking systems. You do not have systems in place to help you meal prep every day or to make healthier habits, and you have to create those systems. She did, and which is kind of weird because the book she's reading is Atomic Habits, and that's where that comes from, his book. So I'm not sure, maybe she's only a couple pages in at this point, but It's a big thing. I'm actually going to talk about atomic habits later in this video as well.
Dumplings. I've still been so sick, truly barely surviving, okay? And then it's like 2 degrees.
Okay, so if you're sick, I get it. You don't want to cook or whatever. However, the foods that you were eating while you were sick, they matter anyway, but they absolutely matter when you are sick. Ideally, you would want to be eating mostly whole foods when you're sick because your body is fighting off an infection. And I just imagine being like white blood cells and I'm fighting an infection, and then my human suit just drops in like pork dumplings. Like, ma'am, can we please get some vegetables? Can we please get some lean meats? Can we get some fruits? Can we get some antioxidants in here? Please, no more pork dumplings.
In Texas. Someone please freaking save me.
Oh my God.
Then I had a loaded potato pizza with some barbecue wings on the side. Just so you guys know, this is all still in a calorie deficit, and that's everything.
See,
Please like and follow.
I think this like completely defeats the point of 75 hard. Like, yeah, you're in a calorie deficit, but you're still eating like crap. Like, what are you learning from this? What are you teaching yourself from this? And I will nitpick with this. So someone said, doesn't 75 hard give you a food list to follow? She said, no, you have to choose a diet and stick to it. I've been doing a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is not a diet. Sure, everyone has a diet, but a calorie deficit is not a diet. What a diet is like paleo, carnivore, Mediterranean, which she would benefit probably from all of those. Maybe not carnivore, but keto, abso-freaking-lutely, because she is clearly addicted to carbs and fat like most Americans are. So cutting back on the carbs would probably be very helpful, especially for insulin sensitivity. I think this video, I'll do other videos on her, like catching up. But I think this one will just be mostly about her first 75 hard attempt. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. This is day 6 out of 7 for the 75 hard, and I'm doing a calorie deficit. I am still sick, but I started off with the blueberry breeze, I think it's called, Alani Nu. Then I had some pork dumplings. These are so good, and they're low calories. I got
slamming an energy drink while sick is diabolical work. Now, don't get me wrong. I love energy drinks. They are my absolute favorite. Not sponsored, but Ghost and Rain. Those are my NC4. Those are like my 3 energy drinks of choice. Alani Nu, I don't really care for. I've had some of them, and they're all right. I couldn't imagine drinking that when I was sick.
Mine from Walmart, but you can also
more
get them
dumplings
from a lot of other grocery stores. All right, also started my period, so overall I just want to eat everything. I'm feeling super snacky, so I'm starting to feel a struggle. After that, I had some air dried steak. These chili lime ones are the best. I had some animal cookies and some ribs and veggies for dinner.
Well, not only is it your period, but it's also because you're not actually feeding yourself properly. So yes, you're going to feel snacky and hungry and crave food when you're not feeding yourself properly. You're not eating a primarily whole foods diet. You're not prioritizing protein, which is arguably the most important thing, especially while in a calorie deficit.
And some ribs and veggies for dinner.
Okay, so I'm curious, how did she track this? And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, I like to point out inconsistencies and show you guys where people will struggle. And it's like, I track my food, and then they'll eat stuff like this, and it's like, okay, well, how did you track this? Because you didn't make it yourself. It's from a restaurant or something, and you don't know what they are cooking in. So how exactly are you tracking this? You don't know.
This is everything I eat in a day as a person over 290 pounds. This was day 7 out of 75 hard, and I low-key failed. So I started off with an Alani Nu as usual, and then I had a breakfast sandwich, which actually turned into 3 breakfast sandwiches. I'm feeling horrible, so really didn't record much, but I had some animal cookies and a fish sandwich with french fries.
And the breakfast sandwiches are not satiating. They're ultra processed. They'll make you feel like crap. And I'm not surprised that she went over, because she's been, 1, in a very, very steep deficit, which is not necessary, and 2, she's not feeding herself properly. At the end of the day, you're working to change your habits, and you've had for however long. Be gentle with yourself. Yes, you are working to change your habits, but what exactly are you changing here? Like all of these days have been ultra processed food. Day 8, but it really should be back to day 1, because she said she went over her calorie deficit. So you can't just keep going if you fail the challenge. And that's another thing that's a part of it. It's like, if you were just eating in a calorie deficit and just doing your fat loss journey in the normal way, aka not 75 hard, one day of slipping up is not bad. It is to be expected. You're not a bad person for it. It is simply neutral information. It is not a moral failing at all. However, with 75 hard, it treats it as a failure because it is. You failed what the 5 steps were, or the 5 rules were. You did fail, so now you had to go back to day 1. And you see how toxic this is if you were trying to lose weight. It puts you in a bad headspace, makes you feel bad about yourself, when in reality, fat loss is not linear. You will frick up. You will. It's to be expected. No one thinks you're wrong or bad for doing that. However, with 75 hard, it's like, you suck, loser. Haha, loser. Go back to day 1. Can you see why I don't like it for people trying to lose weight? Oh my God, another plane. You guys, I'm going to lose my absolute crap. Oh my God, my screen recording wasn't even recording this whole time. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, that's going to be absolutely insane to edit. That is going to be absolutely horrible. Oh my God. I have storage on my phone. Why did it do that?
This is everything you eat in a day as a person over 290 days. This is day 8 out of 75 hard-ish. I started off with my Alani Nu, and then I had 2 trays of the pork dumplings. These are so good. I'm truly addicted to them.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
For dinner, I ended up making some pork ribs. They're super easy, and all I had to do was put them in the oven. And as the side, I had some broccoli cheese rice. Honestly, I still haven't been feeling that good, but hoping to.
If you're not feeling that good, then eating 2 trays of pork dumplings is not going to make you feel better.
Go back to normal by this weekend. Thanks for you guys' support.
Okay, thankfully, all the videos are in the beginning of her channel, so I'll be able to slice them in there. Man, that freaking sucks.
This is everything in a day as a person over 290 pounds. This is day 9 out of 75 hard-ish. I'm pretty sad to know what is going on with the TikTok ban. I did not want to believe that it was going to happen, but now I'm starting to feel like it is going to happen. So I made an IG if you want to go follow me on there. It has 0 followers on there, but it's the same name as my TikTok name. I just don't want to lose this community yet. Also, it snowed here in Texas, but I had my usual Alani Nu, and then I had my pork dumplings that I have a true addiction to currently. And then I started wilding out a little bit because I know you
it's
probably
like
should not drink
Day.
this much caffeine, but work has just been exhausting me, so I made me a nice little cup of coffee. It was like brownie fudge or something like that. It was actually delicious. And then I had a nice little Chipotle bowl, which I love because it's only 300.
Well, and also another reason why you are exhausted with work is because, well, one, of course, obesity just makes you tired, but also the food. It's always the food. It is the food that you are eating.
60 calories, and it tastes just like Chipotle. I had an applesauce with this as well. For dinner, I made some fish and some French fries. I've just been eating what's inside the house because I refuse to leave.
All right, we are going to end on this recap because the longer I make this video, the much more difficult it is going to be to edit for me. So 75 days, hard-ish, 10-day recap, down 7.8 pounds.
I'm 11 days in to my 75-day hard-ish, and I kind of wanted to give you guys like a 10-day update on what has been happening. Started off at 301.4 pounds, and I'm now 293.6 pounds for a total loss of 7.8 pounds. I will add like a before and current picture, although you can't really see too much of a difference. I feel like I haven't been super strict on it. I've been trying to stay in a calorie deficit. I've been reading a book, which is the Atomic Habits. I think that's what it's called. It's actually really good, and I feel like it has been really helpful thus far. I kind of want to start pushing myself a bit more. I haven't been like going to the gym and stuff lately. More or less just been walking a lot, and it's been snowing and just yucky weather. But this week I'm planning on going back. So that's just my update. If you guys want to know what I eat in a day, That's my whole
That's
page
okay.
for the most part.
Yeah, you do not have to go to the gym. You do not have to exercise in order to lose weight. Is it helpful? Yes. Can it make your TDE larger? Absolutely. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your muscular health. It's good for your endurance and stamina, cardiovascular health, all of that. But in order to lose fat, you just need to be in a calorie deficit, which is why she did lose weight. However, I won't applaud yet, because I say this all the time. I don't care how fast you lost weight. I want to know if you can actually sustain that weight loss, because anyone can do a crash diet. Anyone can do 1,800 calories a day when your TDEE is like 2,500 calories a day and drop weight eating nothing but dumplings and being sick. So it's like, yeah, that's good, I guess. However, it is not sustainable. She's not going to sustain this fat loss. Okay, so we are ending on that one. I will continue to catch up on her. I'm going to put my phone right here so I can read them to you guys. Okay, let's look at the bright side though. At least my camera is recording. If my camera was not recording and my screen was recording, I feel like that would be a little bit worse, because I would actually have to re-record everything. With this, I just need to splice together the things. What sucks though is that I oftentimes pause it to talk, so that's going to be annoying, but whatever. I'll figure it out. We didn't get to her fast food stuff because I feel like that is later in her channel or on her TikTok, but I still do want to talk about how to beat your fast food habit. And for real, I was someone who was addicted to fast food. I would eat it 2 to 3 times a day, every single day. And that's not including like gas station foods and getting chips and snacks and candies from grocery stores. I'm talking about McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. Those are my main 3. Yeah, those are my main choices. The first thing is you need to stop lying to yourself about the convenience of it. Fast food feels convenient because it's fast, but it's not actually easier. You still have to get in your car, drive there, wait in line, order, and drive back, and then eat your semi-warm food. That's about 20 minutes of your time, whereas you could have whipped together a meal at home anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes and ate there. So it's really not a time problem, it's a planning problem. Number 2 is making your lazy meal at home. Everyone has lazy days, and instead of just defaulting to McDonald's, have a lazy backup meal ready. For me, that is eggs and rice and microgreens. These are meals that require no brain energy. Microwaved veggies and eggs, a can of tuna with veggies, frozen rice, pre-cooked chicken, things like that. I suggest for people to get cans of tuna, cans of chicken, and canned vegetables specifically for this reason. Number 3 is replacing the reward and not just the food, because oftentimes fast food isn't just about hunger, it is about comfort. If your brain associates Chick-fil-A with relief, you need a new reward. Instead, go for a short walk. Take a nice hot shower, and scrolling guilt-free on your phone for 10 minutes. You need to train your brain to unwind differently. Number 4 is tracking your drive-through triggers. It is imperative to notice when you are craving fast food. Is it after work? Is it when you're stressed? Is it when you're bored? Is it when you're trying to avoid an argument with your partner? Write it down for a week and you will eventually see the patterns. Once you notice a trigger, you can intercept it. Do not swear off of it completely. Cold turkey rarely works. Instead, downgrade your habit. If you eat fast food 5 days a week, make it 2 days a week. If you get a full meal, make it just the burger. If you only go through the drive-thru, this time go inside and eat mindfully. Each level makes the next level easier to quit. Remembering that you cannot expect your life to change if you keep rewarding yourself with the same things that built the old version of you. I talk about this all the time, where you need to destroy the old you in order to create a new you. I get some pushback on this, but that's okay. I still stand 10 toes on this, because yes, you can get to a point where you can enjoy Chick-fil-A. You can go get a slice of pizza. You can go get some ice cream. I do that occasionally, a few times a month. Yes, I'll go get these types of food. But there was a point in time in my journey where I had to completely get rid of that. I dwindled it down. I did not quit cold turkey. I dwindled it down, got over my addiction, and I completely rewired my brain. Because just think about it like this. If you are doing the same things that the version of you that you don't like does, how do you expect to become a new person? If you are still participating in the habits and the behavior of the you that you don't like, you will not become the new you that you do like. So I'm not saying completely destroy who you are, like at the core, but there are certain things that you will have to destroy. Such as, I am someone who goes for a walk every single day. Nothing will get in between that. I am someone who values my health, so I'm going to make the better choice for my food 80 to 90% of the time. I'm still me though, like I'm still Melina. I'm just a different elevated version. I'm behaving in the way that I see those who I look up to, how they are behaving. For this next section, I'm going to be referencing / pulling ideas from James Clear's Atomic Habits, which is what, what's her name, Danie should be reading or was reading for her 75 hard. The first thing is making it invisible. If you're driving past fast food spots every single day, you are fighting temptation non-stop. Change your route home, delete DoorDash, and unfollow food pages that make you crave these types of foods. Out of sight, out of mind is a real strategy. It is not denial of the fact that these things exist. It is simply making them invisible. Number 2 is making it unattractive. Remind yourself how this food makes you feel physically. And I know you guys all know, sluggish right after, cravings right after, moody right after, bloated, regretful. Keep that memory front and clear. Number 3 is make it difficult. James Clear says friction is your friend. If you have to leave your house, find your keys, drive to the fast food place, order it, get it, take it back home, it is easier just to eat what you have at home. Do not store junk food just in case. Make the path to bad choices longer. Number 4, make the good habits easier. You can cook a big batch of chicken and rice once a week, so you already have it there prepped, ready to go. You can keep pre-portioned sauces in your fridge, so you already know how many calories are in it. Keep protein snacks visible and ready, and if it takes less than 2 minutes to start cooking, your brain won't argue with that. Number 5 is attaching it to something you already do. Habit stacking works. For example, after I close my laptop for work, I'm going to turn on my rice cooker. One small trigger builds consistency without relying on motivation. Number 6, which is my personal favorite and I preach about all the time, this is who I got this from, is change your identity first. Atomic Habits teaches that real change starts when you stop saying, I'm trying to eat healthy, and instead you're saying, I am someone who eats healthy. I am someone who makes their food at home. I am someone who treats their body with respect and eats mostly whole foods. Identity beats motivation every single time. And every home cooked meal reinforces who you want to become. Every small decision and choice that you make is a vote for who you are trying to be. The difference, and I say it all the time, I might put this on a sticker, the difference between who you are and who you want to be are the things that you do. The little choices matter. The little decisions matter. Number 7 is designing your environment for the win. So keeping a grocery list on your fridge, putting the pan out the night before so you're ready to cook in the morning. Store your lunch bag in the fridge fully loaded. That is something that I had to do for a while to remember to take my lunch to work. So put your lunch bag somewhere where you can see it. Make your environment scream that healthy is your default. Number 8 is celebrate your small wins. Did you skip the drive-thru once this week? Hell freaking yeah. Celebrate it. Track it. Momentum builds faster when you recognize it, not when you guilt trip yourself. I hope this video was helpful to any of you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will continue to cover her and her 75 hard series up until where she is now. Again, Danie, if you're watching this, this is not to make fun of you or to be mean to you. It is simply to use your food and your choices as examples for other people and even for yourself if you are open to criticism. I wish you the best. I genuinely do. I know how hard it is to be addicted to food and be in the throes of mental health issues. I know, I've been there. You can get through it. Check out my stickers, check out my magnets, my channel memberships. There is another huge truck. If you watched my last video, you know I do not like big trucks. No, no, no. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you don't want to leave your thoughts, I totally understand. Leave me some food emojis. I feel like that is very relevant. Here is the comment of the day. And until next time, goodbye.